It's going to be a Sunday, of course. So we say she's going to be here. She's here as always. So say good morning, Mae Wayne.
Hello, Mike and
doing?
Masana. I'm good, good. A little tired, but good.
Around this time, it always happens.
I know.
Always happens around this time. But you know that you're excited. How things are coming along?
It's coming along really, really good. I'm really excited. You know, I can't believe it's only like 10 days away.
It's nine. How many days go over? I think about 9, is it?
It's about
7 for
7
the
days.
day.
It's May 6th.
Okay, so about
So it's the Wednesday.
All right. So
it's 10 days.
10
so
days
we're
ago.
really down to the wire.
Okay, and of course we want to talk about it because you've already chosen the male figure and the female. It's going to be sort of like the face.
Yeah, well, the face of the show this year is Herbina Hector and Cornelius. So we're very excited about them. And usually we choose them from the runway shots of the previous year.
Okay.
And who really struck us the best. And you know, Hermina was one of these girls that really stood by. And Cornelius is like our happy boy. He's been with us every year and he's always happy. And he's really improved as a model.
Okay.
So we were very excited to see, you know, his shots and how he's come along on the runway, and he's looking great these days. He even has abs. We've been teasing him, so he looks fabulous.
Okay, so he's been working out and getting himself
He's
prepared.
been working out. Actually, all of the models look amazing this year. They've all kept themselves in super shape. They're looking super buffed, and just like I'm really excited about them coming onto the runway. It's been really great to see how they've kept themselves, improved themselves. And so this year we really have a full cast of St. Lucian models. We're not bringing in anybody from overseas. So we're very proud of our girls because we feel now this year we don't need to bring any other these models from outside. So it's a real showcase of St. Lucian models, and we're very excited about portraying them this year.
So you said we've come a long way. I mean, we're all represented by all St. Lucian models, and we've come a long way. I mean, Couture has done a tremendous amount of, could we call it in terms of giving the models a showcase or something to showcase their skills or a place to showcase their skills?
Yeah, I'm very excited of the models and how they've come out because, like I said, it's not an easy industry, and we don't have a huge industry. But we feel that we've really developed, and when designers come here, they're very impressed with our models. So this year we've made the decision to just really feature our models. There will be a few joining us from Cuba, but it's more, like I said, part of their performance, but they will also walk on our runway as well.
Okay.
But pretty much the cast is 100% St. Lucian models, so we're very excited about that we can do that. And the designers, you know, even the ones from overseas have looked back at our pictures, who have been with us before, have always said they can't believe how good our models are. So we're very proud of them.
Cuba is new. It's a new partnership, and it's something new for the Caribbean too. So.
I'm very excited about Cuba coming to St. Lucia. I've worked on this for like 6 months. I'm so very excited to bring Cuba to St. Lucia. I mean, it's first of all a historic occasion, and it's a very timely occasion.
It is very timely, yes.
But I don't think, you know, anybody really understands how, or until you really see them, how talented Cubans are. I mean, their fashion is amazing. It's trendy. It's edgy. It's fashionable. It's Caribbean. It's really amazing. And it's been a long way and a very long project to get them here, but I'm very proud that the St. Lucia Tourist Board assisted me with this because it has not been easy flying people from Havana. Because these are from Havana, Cuba, and nobody in the Caribbean has really seen them, Mike.
Yeah, but that's the thing, it's the first. And then
We are the first.
Coming from Cuba, I think you have to go to one.
They go to Panama, from Panama to Trinidad, from Trinidad to St. Lucia. So it has not been easy. But I'm so really, it's going to be something else. And it's not just their fashion, but they're showcasing. We are doing a theatrical fashion performance, is what they do, which is called Arte Moda. And really, it is a true expression of what I think the festival represents with this performance, because you see fashion in it, but you also hear the story behind fashion, and that story behind fashion is performed. So it's a performance with really amazing music, amazing artistry, a little bit of dance, a little bit of theatrics. So I'm very excited about their showing. They will be opening the show. So I'm please urging St. Lucians, not to be late this year.
Yeah.
Because they will miss the opening act, which is, they are the opening act.
And one of the highlights, no doubt, of the show, and we've been talking about it, she's been featured on the cover of the She magazine that's available at the moment. Also, she's just done some designs. So Marshall Montano, she was at Jamaica's Carnival in a big way, because Sharon there was sending me a tremendous amount of photos at one of the parties there with Marshall.
Correct.
Yes, and she's coming to St. Lucia. It's not the first time, is it the first time?
I think it's probably, she's been here a very long time ago, but Anya Ayangchi is our cover from She. She's a personal friend of mine, and I absolutely am so excited that she is coming here, because she's, I mean, without doubt, a huge star. I mean, everybody knows her winning Project Runway was historic, and then she followed it up with another show, Under the Gun, also on Lifetime TV. So she's a great personality as well as a fantastic designer, and she really has not shown on a Caribbean runway since her historic win. I mean, she's obviously shown in New York Fashion Week, but not in the Caribbean. She's done a lot of carnival functions. She loves carnival, and so, and in my story, of course, she features her line Carnival, but she has designed an exclusive line for our haute couture. And so I am very, very excited to share it with the St. Lucian audience. Her line is called Anya. And so it's, like I said, a first time anybody's going to see it. So we're very excited to have Anya on the runway. It's a real honor to have her, and it's a representation of how far haute couture has come, and the respect it's achieving for us to be able to get the kind of talent we are getting to come to this show.
And speaking of talent, one of the things about the show is not only the models but the designers, and you have a number of designers this year involved, from St. Lucia right down as far as Guyana.
We have a great eclectic group of designers coming down. Like I said, we will have four designers showing from Cuba. We have our wonderful cast of St. Lucian designers. You know, Lynn Bristol is back. She was in the first show she didn't do last year, and she's partnering with Mermaid Creations. So we're going to do swimwear as well as resort wear. Then of course we have Paradise Spring. Fiona Compton will be coming down, and she's going to be amazing as always. We love having Fiona. She's become, you know, one of our best designers really on this runway and really in the Caribbean. Of course we have Quad Designs Felma, who you know, does the crochet very sexy swimwear and very you know, very fun beach resort wear. So she'll be there again. She was with us last year. We have Mom Bet's back. She's partnering with JLo, and same thing. Last year Mom Bet's partnered with Fiona Compton. This year she's partnering with JLo.
I think they were here last year with us.
Correct. Yes. So they will be back doing their partnership. So that's very nice. Of course, we have Shazi. We can't do the show without Shazi. So he'll be representing actually two lines. He's doing a men's line and a women's line. So we're very excited to have Shazi with us. And then, of course, we have Comba Designs, Queen Esther. You know, our high couture. You know, she's, you know, a class. She really is
she's
class.
Been doing it for years.
She's been doing it for years. She's our most established designer. And like I said, you have to respect for the amount of time she's put into her creating her art. And last but not least, we have a newcomer called Atava that's represented by Kimberly and Christie Creations, which is a bag line as well. And she's a young designer, and I'm very, very happy to have her as a new addition on our lineup. She's the new designer that we took this year to represent.
So it's not only clothing, Mae, you have bags as well.
Correct. We have some accessories in there as well. We usually ask the accessory companies to, you know, to represent with a clothing line, because obviously that's how you wear your accessories.
Right.
So so we're very excited about that. You know, we have, you know, from Trinidad our usual very strong cast. This year Maylene herself will be coming.
Ooh,
so
that's huge.
That is huge. Maylene does not go anywhere.
That is huge. Yes.
That is really, really huge. So we're very excited that Maylene herself is not just sending a line, she will be representing herself. Of course, Anthony Reed will be there again. He's her male line. And of course, we have Robert Young, who last year everybody loved his representation with the with the green figs.
Okay.
So I'm sure he's going to surprise us again on the runway. He never likes to tell us what he has planned, but he spoke to me yesterday. Told me he has some amazing music.
Okay.
Knowing Robert, I would believe him.
Okay.
His wife is a musician. You do know that, Mike.
Yes.
So I'm sure he said he has something good.
Yeah.
And then we have Ryan Romney, also from Trinidad, with those very sexy swimsuits. You remember them, Masana? Really nice ones. And of course, the great Anya with her line. She won't be showing, like I said, the Carnival. She will be showing a line called Anya, which will be seen for the first time on any runway. So we're very proud of that. And we have got our friend Sonia Noel. She showed last year as well from Guyana. And of course, we have the French islands represented by Guadeloupe, which is Tamara, and her line is Lily Dizil, which she was there last year as well. And of course, we have the Cubans as well.
Okay.
I can't pronounce their names.
Yes, I know the Spanish.
they're
Juan Luis Gonzalez, Oscar Alberto,
Yes.
and Ronaldo
Yes.
Alexandro
Right.
Reyes.
So
yes.
I mean, like I said, I can just tell you, you will be just like I was when I saw these people's line. I was saying, "Oh my God, we're so modern and trendy in Cuba." It was really, really impressive, and I urge everybody to come to a trunk show the second day because they can buy all these Cuban designs and they are well priced.
We're going to talk about the trunk show, but if all those major designers and of course the establishment of Haute Couture in St. Lucia for St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, what in terms of coverage, like fashion TV and so on?
We have some great coverage coming actually, Mike. So I'm very, very excited about the kind of press that is coming and the kind of press this show is getting, which puts a lot more pressure on us. But honestly, when you have designers like Anya, who has come to your runway, and even Cuba, there's been a lot of excitement about Cuba because, like I said, people are want to discover Cuba.
Right.
So that has been very, very historic for us because people don't think of Cuba as a fashion center, but they are. And so that has created a lot of buzz with the international media. So we're very excited about that. And really, that's what it's all about. We want to make this show bigger.
Right.
We have become, a lot of people say that's my jazz festival is Haute Couture. And this year we're trying to make it more and more on that with having this group, Archimoda, which is a performance. Which is, really spectacular. Music.
Something different.
It is very different.
New element to the show.
It is new difference because they'll see fashion as a performance and as a story because fashion is a story of history, and that has been always my take, which is what I did with, the theme Fashion for Freedom, and that's why Cuba was so important for me as I now enter a new era in history.
Right, so that's where the theme is coming from.
Correct, that is how it comes. And the picture with, people ask me why I chose that picture of Herminia, and the reason I love it, obviously she's wearing Maylene there, and I did buy that jacket after I saw it on Herminia, but that reminded me of with the hoodie reminded me of the story of Trayvon Martin, and the whole struggle in Florida and what happened there. So there's a lot of symbolic things that happen with fashion, but people don't realize that. So that's what I've always tried to express, that fashion is just not clothes you wear. It is an expression of history. We tell a story. If you look at history, it's always represented by fashion and what people wear.
All right. May 6th at 7, of course, the after party is something new.
It is new. We're very excited about it. Last year we realized a lot of people came up to us, to Adrian and I, said, so where are you guys going? Where are you guys going? What's happening?
There's always an after party after the big fashion show.
Exactly. So we decided this year to partner with the Pearl, and we're very excited about this because it's going to be fun. I mean, you have to have come to the show to be able to go to the after party. It's not open to everybody. So there are 2 price tickets that you need to buy to be able to come to the party. It's there's tickets for $175, which include the
silver?
After party, the silver, and of course the $200 ticket, which includes a front seat.
Okay, that's the gold.
That's the gold.
Okay.
So I urge you to buy those tickets. The party is gonna rock. We're having Lance also do the party as well, so that vibe of the music carries across. And of course, every single model is there. So if you want your opportunity to rub shoulders with models and get to meet sexy models, that's the place to come. That's the place to come.
And it's different. The Pearl.
The Pearl is fabulous. I don't think people have seen the Pearl as a discotheque and as a party place. So we're very excited that we're the first party that is really going to be seen there. And it's it's gonna be hot. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly. So right after that, you can actually leave your car parked. You can just walk across. It's a fantastic location, and we are really excited about that.
All right, tickets available at the Cell, Jeremy Street, the mall, Clark Street and Fair, Splendid Gibson Mall, Gabriel's Mall. Outlets will also accept cash and all major credit cards as well.
Correct, and you can go online, obviously, just like you're buying your jazz tickets, and buy it online on the tourist boards on www St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah, online as
The
well.
tourist board, yes.
Yes,
Not
where
only
you buy
that,
the jazz tickets.
all
as
right.
well.
Not only that, you also have a number of sponsors, Mae, that's involved.
Yeah, I have some great sponsors, and really the show could not happen without my sponsors. Sea Island Cotton, they're my
Yeah.
very, very best
Yeah,
sponsors.
Shimon,
They've
yes.
been with me for years and
Yes.
years. It is, and honestly, we have become a tight team. Besides them, obviously we have we've been very good friends, but really we really have teamed up with them for every other show, and I can't imagine not working with the same sponsors. Sasha Cosmetic, they come from Trinidad every year and support me with their team of makeup. Emile has been with me every single year. Baywalk Mall has joined us this year, and we're very excited to have them on board because we decided we were going to move our trunk show over. They've given us a beautiful store next to the Mac, so we will be there from noon on the Thursday up to 7. We'll do a little trunk show as well, so please come out and support us and buy those beautiful clothing the day before. Some of the designers are actually offering discounts, so you need to keep your tickets. And then we have, obviously, like I said, the Pearl Delirious is going to be rocking with us this year at the center. So they're going to be doing all the bars and all the foods.
Okay.
So the intermission hour, we're like Adrian and I are calling it the half-hour show.
Okay.
So when you come out, you're going to have fun. You're going to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay. And then you go back in.
And then you go back in for the second half of some more fashion.
Okay. All right, so Delirious is doing that.
Correct.
And you have Bay Gardens as well, Bay Gardens Resort.
Yes, of course. How can I forget Bertha Opal? She's always there supporting me with the rooms. We did our meeting with the models there, and we're hoping, that we. Like I said, she's a fashionista,
Yeah, I know.
So you can't run a fashion show of this caliber without Bertha's support. She's always rocking it. And of course, I have to say the same thing about our Governor General. I mean, she's amazing. She really loves fashion. She's always the first person to accept our invitation. So we're very excited to have her the third time with us this year.
All right.
It's really become a hot ticket. So get your tickets early. I know we like to wait to a day before the show or 2 days before the show. Please don't do that, especially if you want a front row seat. There's very limited seating.
And doors open at 6 again, because some people doors open at 6.
Please come early. You will miss Cuba. They
Yeah.
are the opening act, and we have a history we are starting on time. Last year, people started to roll in at 7:30.
Yeah.
The show starts at 7. The Governor General is never late.
Yes.
And we have to show open when she comes. So please don't miss the best part of this show.
All right. Your song Relax is so excited about this time around, Mae. And I mean, you got some big names there. And the Cuban aspect of it, I think, it adds a different element to the Hot Couture show.
I mean, it's very exciting to bring Cuba. Obviously, I'm very nervous about the Cuban element because obviously I can't speak to them in Spanish. I wish I had taken my Spanish lessons and I had been better with that, so my communication would have been better with them.
Yeah.
So it's all through a translator rather than one-on-one. We did have a conference call, but the same thing, it was through a translator, so it's nothing like... so I asked my son, who's actually coming, I said, how's your Spanish? He says, Mom, I flunked Spanish too. So I'm nervous a little bit about that, but I think everybody is going to be talking about that element because it is very new in the Caribbean, and that is really what I want to bring to St. Lucia.
And it's timely. It's very timely as well.
Timely.
Yes.
And this is, like I said, we've had Cubans come before, but they've usually been from U.S. Cubans. These are Havana.
Yes.
So they're the real McCoy, and they're really so talented, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, their music,
Yeah.
their fashion, their dance. I mean, all the dances came out from them.
Well, we've got to wrap up, Mae, but I want to ask you another element. I know it's always tight to put in, but any workshops involved? Any, in terms of the designers, in terms of...
Well, we were hoping that we can set something up with Anya because that is what she's working Wayne in her this is what she's moved to Trinidad back to do, is to work with interns. So we're hoping that now that we've, she's in Trinidad and I see her more often and she's on our cover, that is one of her passions. So I'm hoping we can bring her again down here and do some workshops with people like Mae Wayne, and because our designers need it and we do need to go to the next step. But it goes back to funding, and I'm hoping that this year I will be able to work a little harder and work with a couple of the funding agencies that I can really make it happen.
All right. As always, a pleasure to have you with us this morning. We hope we can talk again and talk to the models just before, of course, the show. It's May 6th. It starts at 7. Doors open at 6. Johnson Center, Rodney Bay. There's a major transformation taking place as we speak at Johnson Center. Lots of parking as well. Lots of parking. So we're looking forward to seeing you there, May. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. May 6th, everybody.